During a recent interview on Fox News, Donald Trump claimed that his decision to host his first rally since coronavirus and this pandemic started in Tulsa, Oklahoma on Juneteenth had absolutely nothing to do with the fact that he's a piece of racist garbage. Take a look.
Your rally in Oklahoma is set for June 19th. Was that on purpose?
No, but I know exactly what you're going to say.
Well, I'm just asking. I've not got anything to say.
Think about it as a celebration. My rally is a celebration. We're starting. In the history of politics, I think I can say, there's never been any group or any person that's had rallies like I do. I go and I just say, get me the biggest stadium, and we fill it up every time. We've never had a vacant stadium.
So Harris, he does not exactly answer your question. Do you think he understands the historical significance of that day, of June 19th, which is 1 week from today? And do you think that perhaps that rally will be about race relations and about law enforcement?
So when you let that kind of breathe and you hear us go back and forth a little bit more, he says that they're going to use it for a celebration. And I don't know if he completely knows about the Greenwood community and all of that. We didn't get into that. I was concentrating just on the thing that was really starting to draw some heat, and that is simply the date and the meaning for the Black community. But yeah, I mean, I think that's a really fair question that you're asking, Steve.
Yeah, Steve, I actually don't think it's a fair question because Donald Trump's own press secretary seemed to indicate that Trump actually did know the relevance of that date. Take a look.
The African American community is very near and dear to his heart. At these rallies, he often shares the great work he has done for minority communities. When you look at the fact that this president got criminal justice reform done, that this president brought us the lowest African American unemployment numbers in the history of our country, that this president made HBCU funding permanent. He's working on rectifying injustices that go back to the very beginning of this country's history. So it's a meaningful day to him, and it's a day where he wants to share some of the progress that's been made.
Oh, it's a meaningful day to him, meaning that it was purposely set for June 19th, and he allegedly knows what the relevance of that date is, right? I mean, it's amazing how they'll just release conflicting statements in the same week, sometimes in the same day, and then people just leave it alone.
So we're going to do a poll for you guys, but I'm going to give you context in a second too. But let tyt.com/polls/Juneteenth. But if you just go to tyt.com/polls, you'll see all of our polls, and we'll have the link in the description box. You should always check out the description box for more info. So in this context, I want people to understand, I think Trump having a rally on Juneteenth is not that big a deal. I think the problem is that he's having a rally on Juneteenth in Tulsa, Oklahoma, which is within the context of African American history, is mainly known for the massacre in Tulsa that happened in 1921, where they burnt down Black Wall Street and killed hundreds of Black folks. By the way, very relevant, successful Black folks in this country. So when you put those two things together, it becomes what appears to be a slap in the face on purpose. So then you have a situation where if they say, oh, yeah, we did it in Tulsa on Juneteenth on purpose, that sounds terrible. If you admit that Donald Trump doesn't know Juneteenth, even though he's the president of the United States, that also sounds terrible. That's why you're getting the conflicting messages. Now, in reality, look, a lot of white Americans don't know about Juneteenth. So I'll tell you real quick what it is in case you don't know. It's celebrating the last Emancipation Proclamation declaration. So the Emancipation Proclamation was done 2.5 years before Juneteenth, and then we won the war. The Union won the war, but by the time a Union general got to Texas and declared that the slaves were free, that was June 19th of the year that we won the Civil War. And that's when the last of the slaves are technically and legally freed. And that's why they celebrated. I know how I'm going to vote in that poll. I think the chance of Donald Trump knowing what Juneteenth is next to zero. He's never cared. He's never bothered to check it out, etc. But somebody at the White House did know. So if I'm guessing, I would guess that Stephen Miller or someone like him figured out, let's put Juneteenth next to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and get that racist bullhorn cranking.
Here's where the poll is. You can go to tyt.com/polls/Juneteenth. Again, tyt.com/polls/Juneteenth. Put a link in the description box below. Does Trump know what Juneteenth is? Yes or no? Go ahead and participate. We'd love to hear what you guys think.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.